Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the Carpathian countryside, where we're the proprietors of a pig farm. We got 2 pig barns, which is awesome. Each barn has 100 piglets in it. They're in right now. It's still pretty cool this morning, so they're under the heat lamps, getting a warm up, starting to get about their day. They're doing awesome. The only problem is that yesterday we could only find 2 food sources for them. So they don't have their primary base food, which would have been corn or sorghum. They're not ready to harvest yet, and they are doing poorly on their health. I don't think technically that's a problem. They're still going to reach maturity. I don't like that too much. So we're going to keep our eye out and grab a contract for sorghum or corn if we can. One of the realizations I've come to is I'm probably not going to grow sugar beet or potato, but I really would like to get that extra 5% bonus. And the only way we're going to get that is to grab a sugar beet or potato harvest. They don't go through very much of that, so I'm pretty sure a medium-size harvest would give us enough leftover product to feed our pigs for a year. So in our future, at some point, probably not today, probably tomorrow, is going to be a sugar beet or potato harvest. Oh yay. But it's got to be done. Now, we have this big field here. It's an odd shape. It extends, a small section extends up that side. A much larger section extends up this side of our property. And this bottom section is just huge. So I think what we need to do, thinking of the future and pig food and not wanting to be doing contracts all the time and not being able to afford another piece of land, we're going to divide this up into 3 pieces. And we're going to do only crops that we can plant with a seeder, which means this bottom section, the bigger section, for the most part, we're going to do with sorghum. Can't plant that till next spring, so it's going to stay fallow right now. Although we could consider, maybe planting a cover crop on it, but that's a future decision. If we plant some oilseed radish on it, we'd get an extra fertilizer state for free. Maybe we'll do that. But over here on this section, what I want to do is I want to plant canola. So what we're probably going to do is, this section up here is pretty small. I think if we came down straight down along here all the way to the bottom and took this section of the lower field for canola, that would leave all of this huge section for sorghum, and I think that's all we would ever need. This end over here, just staying up on the side, I think we're going to plant with wheat, which we can do the canola and the wheat today if we had a seeder and a tractor and some seed. All of those things I think we have solutions for. So yeah, so on this pole line here, all this up here we plant with wheat. And then we leave this either fallow or use sugar oilseed radish and wait for the sorghum to get planted in the spring. That's our plan. All right. We still don't have a lot of money. So as greasy as it sounds, I think we're going to take a fertilizer contract. We're going to go complete the fertilizer contract, do the work, and we're going to use that tractor and a seeder that we're going to have to buy to do our seeding today. And that will get our fields growing for us. I've never done the math on... It's a problem for later today. I've never done the math on oilseed radish. So we get a fertilizer state, so we save the cost of the fertilizer it would take, which would be quite large, but we're going to need to plant that crop, which I understand it doesn't take a lot of seed to plant that crop. Fair enough. But we are going to have to go back and plow it under in order to get that fertilizer state. So it involves a bit of plowing in the future next spring. But I'm leaning towards I'd rather do that than leave it just fallow like this. So I'm kind of leaning towards the cover crop. All right. Okay. Our pigs are... they're okay. I think technically as the game rules go, they're just fine. But I'd like to see their health come up. So... let's take a contract, I guess. So let's have a look at the contracts. And there's several fertilizer contracts. But right now, I think field 18 has recently been planted. So it's going to be much easier to see what we fertilized. It's a decent sized tractor. Happy with that. So let's accept that with the equipment. Boom. And let's, we have some fertilizer down at the shop, but I think we should guesstimate how much fertilizer we're going to need. Apparently we can buy fertilizer here. If I can hook up, there we go. We can buy fertilizer here, but it's more expensive than buying the bags. And managing how much we buy might be an issue, so I'm not going to do that right now. So, oh, the weight. Do we even need the weight? Really? Nah, we'll leave it behind. So yeah, let's buy some bags of fertilizer. How many do we think we're going to need? Let's get 4. Let's get those all loaded up, and then we'll go over and hit that field real quick. And while that field is being fertilized, we'll maybe buy our seeder, and then we got to figure out the seed situation. I can buy seed here as well in bulk. It's about 10% more than buying it in the bags. Yeah, we got to drive over here. So we bring over our trailer with this tractor, and we buy bags of seed, and I think we can put those in our silo. It's showing a capacity, so the capacity for seed must be in the silo. So if we do that, then we just have to run the seeder back up to the silo to fill it. Easy now. Farmer at work. I'm not sure why they gave us this huge fertilizer spreader. When judging by the eyeball in the field, the 4 bags should do it, which is very little of its capacity. Only a quarter of its capacity. Alright, I'm going to get this over to the field. And I'm going to think about the logistics of seeding. I haven't got them all worked out in my head yet, but I'm leaning towards coming over with our trailer, getting some bulk seed, dumping it in our silo, and taking it from there. All right. I'll bring you back when we manage to find this field. Alright, fertilizer spreader's up at the field. It's on the field doing its thing. We're going to let that accomplish its thing, whatever that is. In a couple hours, we're expecting some rain. I don't think that would affect fertilizing or seeding, so I'm not going to worry about it too much, but it certainly would affect if contract for corn or sorghum comes up, which we need desperately. So we're going to let this guy work away and do his thing. And I'm going to do some more thinking on the seeding prep. But yeah, when this is done, we'll probably run this tractor back down to our farm, drop off whatever fertilizer's left over, being optimistic and thinking there will be some left over. And then we'll dart over to the store and pick up our seeder. And we're going to need a load of seeds. That's probably going to be 2 trips. And we'll take it from there. So let's let this guy finish what he's doing. We've all seen fertilizer spreaders in action, and that's pretty darn boring. Alright, let's let him do his thing, and we're going to save our video time for more interesting things. Alright, back in a few. Alright, that fertilizer's put down. Now we're going to find our way back to our farm. I think that's our farm tower right there. So let's head down this road. We had a little over a bag left, so that's pretty good. All right. I assume we take a left here at this church coming up. I think that's our farm right there. You can see, maybe you can't see how narrow the field is on that side of the farm compared to how wide it is over here where we're going to put the wheat. So that's why we're thinking about extending the canola right down to the very bottom of the field to make up for that. So, I had a thought. We can get this extra fertilizer dropped off. We can always pick it up later again if we want to. It's just I'll forget. Oh, this is going to come up and it'll say not enough room. There we go. Beautiful. All right. We'll just pull this through and drop it here. My thought was this. I'm going to grab my trailer and we're going to go over to the store. I think I may be able to pull the seeder back behind the trailer. It has a hitch on the back of it. That depends on, is it the right hitch, and is there something in that trailer? How is there straw left in the trailer? Me's confused. Maybe our little piglets could use a little more straw to frolic in. Well, still got that heat lamp on. They're still chilly, I guess. There's only 500 on here. There you go. All right. That problem is solved. All right. Let's see if we can make our way over to the store. I'm still kind of trying to figure my way around. I think the store is... We'll check the map. Let's get out. I think we got to go this way. So we'll get out on the road pointing that way. Or will we? Because I'm sometimes wrong. Let's just stop right here. Alright, let's check the map. Alright, so we're there at the gates pointing that way. Yeah, I'd have been wrong. I was thinking about going this way, but we need to go this way. So if we take that road all the way over to the very end, it will take us right up to the store. Beautiful. Alright. This isn't so hard after all. Okay, so we're going to head around out this way, and our mission is we're going to go and we're going to purchase that cedar. We're going to see if we can hook it to the trailer, and of course we got to kind of guesstimate how much seed we're going to need. The intent is, we're going to have to reconfigure this trailer. We can do that when we get there. We're going to have to, any excess seed can just go in our silo for a later planting, so nothing will go to waste. But I'm pretty sure in this trailer format we can only take forage goods, grass and straw and hay and silage, and you get the idea. So, yeah, if we can bring that cedar back, that's one trip does it all. It's a shame we didn't think of reconfiguring the trailer before we left, but that's life. And it's a downgrade to the trailer, I think, so it shouldn't cost us anything. But we really should be trying. We've got a fantastic maintenance and repair facility on our farm. We should be utilizing it a little better. Watch it. So, for people who think it's really greasy using this contract equipment for my own use, here's another way to think about it. I'm helping those farmers out. I'm helping them with their harvest and everything. Yes, they are paying me, and sometimes they let me keep some extra crop. But it's just part of it that, you know, they're kind enough to allow me to use a tractor for a little while. They're just being neighborly. That's another perspective on it. I'm not trying to steal something from them. I think I like to look at it as all the farmers in the area working together to help each other out. I just can't get over how I'm obviously playing on PlayStation, so I'm on a console. So this is obviously a standard size map. This map seems so big. It's huge. And I've played on maps that are the exact same size, but don't seem near as big as this map seems. I just can't get over the number of fields and how large the fields are. I just can't imagine, you know, it's like Doctor Who style space management. It looks small, but boy, is there ever a lot of space. Alright, so we move that. That's the weight. It's probably behind me. I'm looking for the repair facilities to convert this trailer. I don't know. I think I got the markers turned on. I should be able to see them. Oh wait, no, that's for the... Huh. Is this all the store, or is this some other business? I don't see any markers on the backside here. It looks like a pretty extensive garage, however. Oh, wait, I think I see something. Ah. So, though, that's a really small service area, guys. Hope I never have to bring my harvester in here for service. Alright, I should be on the marker. So we need to convert this back to one of its trailer states. One of its grain trailer states, if you want to call it that. There's the... Okay, well, yes, we'll repair the vehicle. I thought I hit square, but I hit triangle. Alright, customize. Alright, so that's the smaller trailer state. That's, no, we don't want to go that way, we want to go this way. And we could go to that trailer state. I think that would be fine. That's the biggest we can get without going into forage. So, okay, let's okay that. $100. I don't understand that. Maybe that's a fee for here, but sure, okay. Helping out a local business. Could have done that at home for free, probably. See, there's the trailer hitch. I'm hoping we can hook this to the cedar we're going to purchase. That time I remembered to hook the piece of equipment back up. I always forget that and start driving away and wonder why whatever it was I just serviced isn't coming with me. Okay, so... Alright. We're on bags. Let's do that first and load the trailer. So, big bags are probably the cheapest way for us to go. It is... right here. Now, that trailer will hold, if we get 10 of those, it'd be $8,000. How many will this let us buy? I think 8 is the max here, isn't it? If I went the other way, I'd have got there immediately. 8. So let's buy 8 bags of seed. That's more than enough. Okay. Alright. Maybe the smart thing for me to do is pick that weight up and get it out of the way. Because in a minute here, I'm going to have to do something I really don't like to do. And that's back a trailer like this up. So So I think the seeder should probably spawn right here. So if I start the lineup process, it might make my life a little easier. And I know I could have put a bag, or I don't know, a bag or so in the seeder itself. I'm not sure what the capacity of the seeder is, but we're not doing it that way. If I pull straight out here, I should be almost lined up with the seeder and just have to back up a little bit and connect. If I can minimize the backing up, things will go a lot better. We might look in, I don't know, we're going to be concentrating on pigs and not crops, but we might look into maybe our own seed production if we have an excess of like wheat, and we can find a small seed production facility of some kind. All right. So I know what where I want to be lined up. Can I do it? And I want to get everything straightened out and have the trailer kind of lined up with where it's going to spawn, so I can just back straight up. Because that's even a challenge. Like right now, this would be hinky. All right. I'm kind of straightened out. I will back up for a little ways. All right. So we're going to go with this seeder here, the old John Deere. I found that to be a good starting seeder. Oh, baby. So if I turn my wheels that way, that will force that'll be the wrong way. So I just want to give it a little nudge and then back. Oh, it's still off a little bit. And we had one job to do. No, why is... What? Oh, was I steering the wrong way? Can't see the trailer. I'm off. Come on, trailer gods, throw me a bone. No bones today. There was a trailer, it was a modded trailer, that allowed you to lock the front wheels so that you could back up half decently and hook things up. I've only seen that once. This ain't that trailer. So we'll get this down and I'll come back and grab the seeder, and then we'll get up and see how we're going to seed this thing. See you in a few. Alright, we're back. We have our seeder. We have our seed. Hasn't been without its problems, but we're ready to start seeding our canola. So the idea here is we're going to run the seeder straight right on down to the bottom, and then seed everything right of that path with canola. That is my plan. Yeah, good stuff. Hasn't started raining yet. Still to wait. Oh, what are we hesitating here for? Well, carry it on. Not going to be a huge canola crop, but I think that'll provide us a year's worth of canola. We'll have a better look at it once we get it done, and maybe I'll extend out for a couple of more rows out, maybe to the edge of those trees up ahead with canola. Yeah, it might be a good idea. Seems a little bit narrower than I thought. See which way this guy is going to go. Doesn't matter. I think we're going to go out to that edge there, the edge of that grass. Take in a little bit more of this. Are you going to... I have no idea what he's about to do. The life of a worker. Sometimes even I'm amazed. Is he going to back all the way up, or is he just going to this corner right here? Because he did have a little moment right here somewhere where he didn't know what was going on. Yeah, it was that moment, and he's... Really? Alright. It's almost funny. Almost funny. There is no reason whatsoever for that worker to have done that. No logical reason. Let me close, probably a little far out. Easy, he's kind of rolling down the hill on me here. A little farther back. Alright. Now I know he's going to run into the wall and stop. And that'll give us our canola. Alright, I'm going to fiddle around with this guy and get this canola sorted out. And we'll continue doing a little bit of seeding. Now, don't even ask me about what's going on over there. Apparently my silo doesn't have storage capacity for seed. Oh. Yeah, well, you just keep the pedal to the metal, dude. That's gonna work. Oh, he quit. He's a quitter. Alright, I'm gonna sort this seeding out, and we'll be right back. Alright. We just got started on our wheat. Canola's done. My question is, if I leave a worker alone to do this sort of thing, I've created a headland. I planted a headland across by the pole line up ahead, and I just want to make sure this guy is going to stop and turn around, or is he going to pause slightly, drive over it, and then try to keep going. What are you going to do? He wants to stop. Is he going to... No, he's going to turn around. Okay, so that works. Now, I know if that was a different crop planted there, because I've had this happen to me. So, for example, if I went ahead now and tried to plant another crop in this unplanted part of the field, it would... And I was planting, let's say, barley. It would come up on this planted wheat and try to overplant it. But I guess where it's the crop he is planting, he's going to respect it. Well, that's perfect. Makes it much easier for us to subdivide the field up when we're planting different things. It's just the very last planting on the field, you'll have to create a border around it, and then a worker could go ahead and do it. Or we could do it ourselves. But yeah, this little seeder here is doing a great job. Won't take him long to plow through that. So that will, I think, get our planting done for right now. We're not going to be doing any more planting until spring, when we plant sorghum. Like I said before, the beauty of this plan is now we can just get a harvester by next midsummer, and we just need a grain header, and we can harvest the entire pig food, excluding, of course, potatoes, which we have a huge crop of potatoes right there. One thing we haven't done lately is we'll just make sure he stops again. Workers are like small children. The minute you turn your back on them, they get into mischief. There you go. Best kind. All right. So, if we go... Okay, we'll go this way. I should probably check on our little piggies. They're still doing good on their food. I'm still... obviously, they're aging. They're 1 year... We're coming up on 1 year older now. So, or 1 month older. So, they're aging. But that 0% health, I just don't like that. We really, really, really need to get some base food. Maybe we'll get lucky. And fertilizer complete. Yeah, we're hanging on to that because we're using the tractor. Cultivating, not interested. Fertilizer, and sowing. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. I bet you that's canola going in down here too. Yeah, canola. Now, it's my understanding that I cannot use a contract seeder or harvester or fertilizer on my own fields. It will say reserved for contract use. I can, however, use the tractor for sure. That's all right. I'll fix that strip later. So he seems to be doing a fairly good job on this field. This is a fair size field. I mean, if we had both barns filled with 300 pigs, this would not be enough wheat. But the 200 pigs I have now are 1/3 of the maximum capacity, and they're hardly going through any wheat at all. So we are in the... Let's check the harvest window. So we are in the... really? That can't be right. So we're in the harvest season for potatoes right now? And sorghum. And grapes. Yay. Strange thing, we were in the harvest season for potatoes. Was there a potato harvest last month that I didn't notice? Or intentionally ignored? Grapes, grass, oilseed radish, yeah. We can plow that stuff under anytime we want. Sorghum interests me. This is our last shot at sorghum. But then next month in October, I mean, corn becomes available. So that's just as good. I can't... So potatoes are done this month. Huh. Well, we might have to make that decision on potatoes. And sugar beets come due when? Sugar beets. Next month. Just all the fields here are so big. I am so not looking forward to that. But I don't know. Depending on if it's a really big field, the leftover potatoes alone might be good for us for years. We just have to make a mental note of how much potato we started with, how much we kind of find an average of what we go through per year. It's only 5% of the total, so I mean, if I had to run at 95% on the pigs, I'd be okay with that. I'd be alright with that. Oh, you missed a bit. Okay. All right. All right, we'll let him do his uppy-downy thing, and we'll check back on him in a few minutes. All right, good news. Late in the day, but we finally got a sorghum contract. Okay. Can I back up here? Yes. So we're going over, I think, field 28. Field 28 should be just up above us, I guess, up above our farm. Am I going to be able to drive this up there? I am so not in the mood right now to play around with Problem with header trailers. Alright. No, wrong button. No, silly. Did I say 28 or does it feel 26? Alright, I'm way up top. I need to... Ooh, the rivers. I made a hasty decision. So we're heading down the map. Now, quiet down there, farm dog. Alright. The thing that really worries me here is the ditch. Watch out there, pedestrian. Harvester coming through. I'm pretty sure this is not going to go across the bridge. But there is, oops, looking ahead at the bridge. There's a slight chance it might go across the bridge, but I doubt it. Don't make your deliveries, delivery man. Go on now. Oh, is there more rain coming? Oh, really? Ho ho! Alright. Where are we going? Should be just past this on the right, shouldn't it? Another bridge to cross, potentially. I think I should cross it. Oh, yep. Cross it, and then we'll take a hard right through the fields, and we're there. Gotta get across the railway tracks. Full steam ahead. No worries. Well, hice. Alright, that's how you farm, peoples. I hope it's not that field. That's our sorghum field there, coming into view. Man, some of the fields on this thing are huge. Alright, this car's clear. We'll cut across the road and probably here. Start our harvesting. He's down. There's the harvester started. Perfect. All right. The old Fiat. A wonderful piece of tractoring equipment. Now perhaps we can travel a little more conventionally. I don't think we're going to get a lot of food out of this, but this will carry us through next month when there should be some corn available. And then we should do much better out of that. I can't see us getting enough tomorrow to carry us through until our crop is ready. So we're probably going to get in a situation where we have to take our limited cash reserves and purchase pig food. That's fine. Alright, well, I'm going to get down to the field, and I'll probably bring you back when we get our, probably when we go to do our first delivery, and we see how many trailer loads we're going to have on this thing. Alright, back in a few. Alright, first load in, 35% transported for the field. Well, look at that, it's 33%, so it's going to be one more full load and almost a full load, and we'll have that field done. So we're bringing down 2 more trips. And whatever's left after that belongs to us. I think my harvester is almost full again. It's about a little less than half a harvester tank to a trailer, so 2 harvester tanks to a full load. I think that gives us like 90%. Now we'll pick up the rest and bring down a full load. We just did, so. Let's speed this tractor, 43. I think that's not bad for a tractor. I haven't got a notice yet that the harvester is full, but it should be just about full now. Alrighty. Will I make it back in time? I doubt it. Maybe it stopped and I missed it. Oh, what has worker done? Well, I've been away. Well, he stopped, and he mucked up and left a strip. Okay, alright. I'm fine with that. I'll fix it later. Drive on some crop. It's not my crop. Yeah, it should be about half, just shy of half a trailer load. And we're going to go upsy-downsy the field for a while. That rain is coming. So, we'll get this field harvested in time, though, I believe. I really don't want to let the harvester sit, though, idle. And is she ever slow unloading? Yeah, 44%. So, yeah. Well, we'll keep loading and bring you back in a bit. Alright, we're headed down with what I believe is the last load. I don't even think we're going to need it all. We'll need 90% of it for sure. And we'll finish up that contract. It doesn't... I hope we end up with a lot in this trailer, because I don't think we're going to have a lot left in the harvester when I get back. It only had a partial row to do, not very much at all. Woo! Choo-choo train! And then the time now, there's we goes. That would not be the way to end a good day of farming, is getting hit by a train. been a long time since I rolled over a trailer in this game that was fully loaded. I assume it's still the same way it was, where the contents won't spill on the ground. The trailer, even if it's upside down, just stays fully loaded. It would be nice if they changed that in the upcoming farm sim and had it so that if you roll the trailer over, the contents spill on the ground. That'd be pretty cool. Alright, so I'm probably going to go halfway with this and then stop, kind of gauge how much more I need. Um, 88% transported. Ooh. I caught that pretty well. So the contract's finished and we still have 6,000 on board and whatever's in the harvester. Just trying to get us enough primary food for our pigs that they can make it through to tomorrow. Hopefully that'll bring them back into a better condition. So let's run up and clean out the harvester. I do like the way the in Farm Sim in general, I mean, I only started playing in 19. And then only casually, but I think even in 19 there you could tell the difference between a tractor or a truck that was fully loaded and partially loaded. Pretty cool when you think about it. We have rain in the future. It shouldn't be that far off. But this is going to be our last contract for the day. We'll get back up to the big farm and try to evenly distribute this food. We got our field planted with what crops we could. I mean, there's nothing else we can do on the crops till the spring. At that point, you might give them a little shot of fertilizer, and probably when we plant the sorghum, we'll give everything a good coat of fertilizer in the spring. So by Christmas, no, it won't be by Christmas. By Christmas, yeah. What's going on here? By Christmas, our pig should reach maturity, and then 6 months later, midsummer, we should see our first piglets. Oh, is that only 700? I was going to say 7,000. That's only 700. So that's not very good. We may have enough left over off this field to get us through till tomorrow. I assume where it's base food and it's 50% for... Oh, I think I saw a raindrop. Oh, I think I saw another raindrop. Oh yeah, here comes the rain. Alright. Well, let me just finish that field in time. I'll get back up to the farm now. Yeah, I think that's the intersection, so our farm should be... Yeah, I can see the water tower now, coming into sight. Someone knocked down the stop sign. I guess that means no one has to stop anymore. Yeah, that's our second rainfall today, isn't it? Pretty unusual. So yeah, so we're learning a little bit about how pigs work and their happiness. Again, I don't think we're getting penalized for it right now with but if the pigs were mature, I think if their happiness falls below a certain point, the reproduction stops, so they'll just go into limbo. But where they're just piglets, they're going to progress, I think, through the first 4 months with no problems whatsoever. All right, so we're aiming to drop off 3,000 to each. roughly. I'll take it. That's not too bad. Now let's put 3,000 in the next pen. And then we'll check out the situation. Yeah, this would have put a stop to our day regardless, so. Obviously there'll be no change in the happiness of the pigs at this point. And we'll check on the pigs and we'll turn in our missions for the day, our contracts. I guess it doesn't matter. Trailer can stay there. The fertilizer's unloaded. That's all unloaded. Okay. All right. Let's. We can go up or down. We're gonna go check on the pigs first. So, we only have 3,400 in that one and 3,092 in that one. They're not really going through a lot of their food, so maybe that'll be enough of the base food to get us through to tomorrow when we can get a harvest done. I am suspecting now where all their food categories are covered except for the root crop, which is only 5%. I expect to see, health is up to 8% there. What's it on the next one? Yeah, health is up at 8%. I expect to see that climb significantly. And, yeah, that's awesome. So, yeah, I feel better about that if the health would come up. And, of course, I mean, we're still on borderline here for food. We are definitely going to roll into the situation where we're going to have to buy some pig food at some point. All right, let's get those contracts gone. We do have a significant amount of silage in. I think we're good on that. So, complete. Boom and boom. All right. All right, well, that clues things up for today. I think that was a good day. We ended it on a bit of a rain shower, but I think this rain is going to continue well into the night. So we're going to call it a day there, and we'll pick up from there the next time, and we'll be in day 3. We are chasing, in day 3, we're going to be chasing corn primarily, and I think corn is the only thing. We'll have a quick look, but corn is going to be the only thing. So well, no, that's a lie. We might get into some sunflower. We're not going to see any wheat or barley, which means that's a problem. But we are going to get into some sunflowers, soy. We're going to get into sugar beets, all usable. So corn is base food, and then all we're going to get are oils, either soybean or sunflower. So we could bump up those two categories. We're going to be short on the grains, but again, if it comes to that, maybe we could just buy grain to tide us over till spring. So there's still a chance here. We still get a chance of doing this. All right. Well, I think we're going to call it right there. And I'd like to thank everybody for watching to the end. If there was some concerns you had or suggestions, love to see them in the comments. If you like what you saw, I'd appreciate a like, or if you really liked it, maybe subscribe, and then you can see some of the other things I'm going to have coming out. Thanks for watching. See you next time.